Welcome back. This is Mary from Around the Craft Room. So I'm getting ready to decorate one of my folios that we made in that last video, or one of my last videos, and this is the one I've already previously made and showed you. So I'm going to get one started. This is the one we made where we've already made the waterfall thing, and we've already attached it to the folio. It folds up like this, and if you didn't see that last video, go back and watch how we assembled the parts here. And this is not the one I want to decorate, because I'm going to decorate this one that we haven't sewn in the waterfall thing yet. I haven't sewed this in because I want to decorate some of these pages before I sew them together. So this is what I'm going to start with. It starts like this, it folds in, and then we'll attach it there, and this all folds up and then closes up like such. Cute little folio. Okay, so where I'm going to start with is kind of doing something with the background. So I need a piece of scrap paper. This is some packaging paper from something, I don't know. And I'm just going to put it underneath it in case we make a big mess. So I'm going to just start with, I've got some stencils, and I thought we'd just start with doing some stenciling and just to get a background going. So I'm just going to take some of these and lay them out here, and I've got just lay the stencil down, and it's not big enough to cover the whole thing, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going to be moving it around. And oh, first of all, I chose a little paper pad that I got from Temu, and what do you call this? Y'all leave me comments below what kind of paper this is. I should know. And this is a little paper pad, and I bought several little paper pads from Temu, and I like this one, but it didn't work for what I bought it for. I bought it to go either in my steampunk journals, which is like this. I also got these papers from Temu, so like that, or in my fairy journals. And I have one laying here somewhere. Oh, here's one of my fairy journals. And I thought it would go in either one of those, but I didn't really like it in either one of them. So, okay. So I don't really have any other purpose for this little paper pad. Anyway, so this is the inspiration papers that I'm going to use for this journal. Okay, so I want to go with kind of greens, maybe some tan, and there's some blue in there, maybe a light blue, a lot of green. I'm not really sure. I was hoping to find, oh, there's some little bit of red and blue in that there. So I could do reds. There's some red in that one. So I could go with some light reds or green, or maybe even yellow. Anyway, so I'm gonna take, here's a green. I don't know if that's too dark a green or what, but we're gonna try it. So these are just little cheap ink pads, and I'm gonna get I have my craft cart sitting here beside me. So I think I will take a little brush. I also got these little brushes on Temu too. I like Temu. Some people don't, but I think it's a cool place to get just odds and ends stuff. And I'm just going to start by stenciling on some designs just to give me a background, because I like to cover up and get a background to start with. So I'm going to do this on several of, well, I'm probably going to do it on all of the backgrounds for this journal. This might take a while to do. I may have to get them done and then come back and show you. But I'm going to just show you some different backgrounds. Let me see if I can add on to this one a little bit more down here. And I'll probably put a different design on the back of it. And then we can turn it over and do something different. Let's do this one. Kind of looks like moons and suns. That kind of looks like moons. That might go with our design here. I might go with a, it's not showing up really good on this craft paper, so that's fine. That's probably good that it's not going to show up a lot. Let's go with the red on this one. I probably should have done yellow, shouldn't I? That would have made sense. I'm going to do it again with yellow on it. Most of this is going to be covered up anyway with our papers, but it's going to have some design left on it. Usually a lot of these little things like that will show up. So, okay, I also have some other stencils. Let me see if I can find them. Oh yeah, here's a thing of stencils. That are all the mandala. Is that how you say it? Oh goodness, they're hung up. There we go. So I can do these on a lot of these little designs. I'm gonna get my wire out of the way. And let's do this one in yellow. Do I have a yellow over here? No, I didn't bring my yellow over here. Okay, let's try orange. Okay, that's pretty. I like that one. And these all wash off really good. I just need to take them into my craft room bathroom in there, and they'll wash off. Or I can wipe them off with the baby wipe. I have this purple. This would be pretty. I'm just doing just random backgrounds, and I also will do the backgrounds in on the main book too. So, okay, I may just go ahead and get this all done and then come back to you once I get all these stenciling done and show you what I've done. Okay, I'm back after doing all the stenciling with the stencils, and I've used the Dollar Tree stencil in several places, and then I use those mandala stencils, and I have all these backgrounds put on here. Now it's hard to remember. I wanted to center everything, and then I'm thinking yeah, the center's all going to be covered with paper. Like all mixed media designs, most of your background's not going to be covered up. I'm not covering where the folding is, where this is all bent, so I want to do a little bit of aging on it. So I'm going to take the walnut stain. Yeah. Or do I want vintage photo? I think I want the vintage photo. Okay. It's a little bit lighter. So I'm going to take vintage photo, and then I'm just going to go over all of the places where the book is going to fold like this, and just give it a little bit of an antiquing. So I'm going to go over all these like that. All right, so this is what it looks like. And then this is our waterfall that goes inside. And what I'm thinking I need to do is go ahead and sew this in so I can put in my tabs. So this one, my last one, I took to the sewing machine, but this one I think I'm just going to do it by hand. Like I said on my last video, you can do this. And I'm just going to punch some holes in here and then do a pamphlet stitch. So I'm going to go get the thread and get ready to do a pamphlet stitch and sew this in. I'll be right back. Okay, I went and found some thread, and I've not done one like this before where I've sewn it in with it all the way through the book or the folio, but I'm going to try this and see what it looks like. And so I thought I would do that. I've just took some large paper clips, pinned it where I decided where I wanted it, and did that. And I'm going to punch about, I think I'll do 5 holes. I'm going to say that's the middle. And then we'll go up. So we'll go to 1.5 inches this way. And then we'll go to 1.5 inches this way, which is about here. And then I'll just take an extra one down here and make another mark up here. So that'd be 5 holes. All right, sounds good. Get some string and a needle. And thread the needle. I'm going to start in the middle and go in. That way my strings will be in the middle. If I wanted the strings on the outside, I would start on the outside. But I'm going to start in the middle and then just sew one up here like this, and then come back into this one. Can't see where it's at. All right, come back into this one. This is the basic pamphlet stitch. You just come back in, and then you come back in this hole. Down back through the middle. The biggest thing is to make sure you don't split your thread like I just did. Don't go, yeah, there we go. Down this way. And then through the last one, get some of this stuff out of your way, and back up through this one. All right, and then I'll just unthread the needle and then even up my threads, which needs to go down that way. So let's do this. Just pull our thread back through quite a bit, and then this way. And just kind of even up your thread, which obviously I'll be cutting off some of it, but and then I want to tie the knot close to the middle as I can. I don't know. There we go. And this is how you would sew it in, or this is one way of sewing it in. Instead of doing it the last way I did on my last video, I used, what did I do with that one? I used some tabs and just glued it in like that. But we can take and sew it in, which I think will give another element of design to the folio itself. Tie my knot tight. There we go. And I might just leave this string for now because I'm not sure. I may end up doing something else with it. I may tie something else on there with it. So take off my paper clips. And this is where we have so far. Like I said, I'm going to leave those until I figure out what I'm going to do with them. It folds up like this and then closes up like this. This one I decided not to round the corners because on a lot of the papers I'm not going to round the corners like this last one I made. When I rounded the corners, I also rounded the papers to go with it, which I think looks better. But since I don't want to take the time to round all the papers on this one, I just left the corners square. Okay, back to our paper that we're going to decorate it with. Like I said, I got this paper from Temu, and I'm just going to choose a front. I'm thinking I might just use this as the front, and I'm going to use those in there. So I also needed something because this paper goes, all of it's directional this direction, and my book is wider than that. So if I put this on here like this, you can see some of the background, but maybe I want, you know, not that much of it. So I found these 12 by 12, not 12 by 12, I'm sorry, 6 by 6 paper pad, which is a heavier paper. They're not real cardstock, but they are a little bit heavier. But this paper is a little bit heavier too, not quite as heavy. So I'm also going to use this paper, I think. All right, so I'm just going to start finding some paper that I want to cover up some of this stuff. And these in here, the waterfall, that's what I'm calling it. I may not even cover all that until I get ready to start putting some stuff in it. So first thing I'm going to do is try to find what I want to put on the front cover, which I'm calling this the front cover. Again, you could fold this up like this, and you could use this part as the front cover. And like I did on my other one, I added a piece of this on here so it covers up like this. So that's how I did that one. You could do that, but this one I'm going to take this way and have some kind of closure. Oh, here's something I found. Here's some ribbon, or I'm not sure what it is. It's a really pretty trim of some sort. I think I might just do that on the back here and have a big bow here or something. I think that would be pretty good, but I need to put this, when I put it on the back, I need to put it on there first before I put paper on the back of it. So I think that might work. I like this. All right, so I'm thinking I'm going to use this as the front, so I need to get my paper trimmer and just trim that off about here. I could do just a little bit more because I didn't quite get that trimmed off good. There we go. And then I'm going to trim it off a little about here. And I can use that on the other side of the front. Okay. So I think this is going to be our front cover. And does that look okay, or do I need to put a piece of paper underneath that? What do you think? That would be nice if y'all could tell me before I do it what you think. I really need some comments, so if y'all would just leave a comment, thumbs up, maybe subscribe if you have just now found my channel. But if you could leave a comment, it would be very helpful. Okay, I'm thinking I'm just gonna lose my design if I put something busy, even like that behind it. I'm just going to lose the whole design of it. I could do something even like this and it would stand out a little bit more. That would make it stand out more, but you'd still see some of that background. Or I could just leave this and just leave the backgrounds. Just trying to make a decision on what to do. Just border that a little bit and leave it like that. What do you think? I think that would look good. First of all, I didn't trim that very well right there. I think I kind of like that brown on there a little bit. So if I cut that just a little bit, just to border that. I like that border around there. All right, so that's that one. And then I'm going to put this one, this piece that I cut off there, I think I'll put this on the front here, like this. So I need to do the same thing on that. I need to find another piece of that brown. There we go. All right, so let's put the front on the book. First thing I'm going to do is glue these together. That way I can even them up a little bit. Here's the glue. Or do I want to use this? Now to get this even on our background, and it's not completely even, but it's going to be okay. I have a problem sometimes pulling up this, oh there it is, this tape. All right, this one needs to be a little bit more even because it's going to show more than that one. That one's going to be covered up a lot. So I need to get this one fairly straight. I think that's pretty good. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to put these on the front of our cover. I'm just keen to let things grow out here a lot. Need to learn to clean up as we go. So that goes there, and then this one goes over here on this. So let's just go ahead and put that down. Again, we're going to use our double-sided tape. So we're going to say it goes right about like that. And I'm just going to put this one, get all the stuff out from underneath it, and put it down here. Oh goodness, is that right? Yes. Yes, that's the way it goes. It would be easy to turn this thing upside down. I think I've got it right. I think while I've got this turned this way, I'm going to think about what I'm going to put on the back of it. That way I can go ahead and figure out whether I want to put this ribbon on there for a closure. So I need to get, again, turn it over so I make sure I'm going in the right direction. Yes, like this. And oh, I want to make sure it's closed here, but not. Okay, this is going to be hard to do because I really want it to be even with this. So maybe I can do it this way. Maybe this would be better. That way I'll know if I'm getting it semi-even with this design here. Yeah, I think that would work. I like that. Now the problem is I went over my folds a little bit, so I'm just going to have to make this bend a little bit. I'm going to have to practice on making this bend a little bit to go with my, and I may have to come back in with some glue and glue that down there because it needs to be able to bend with all my little folds. So I'm probably going to have to come back in with some glue and kind of bend that. So this is the front of the book. I'm calling it a book. It's a folio, obviously. So that would be the front of it. And let's see how it would look if I put this in the back to make a big bow to tie it with. Let's see how this would look to see if that's what would look good before I go and glue it on there. So if we do it like this, thing is, do I want to do it on there permanently, or do we want to put it on there where you can take it off and slide it off? Because if I put it on there and then put a piece of paper on it, then obviously that would be permanently. I don't know. I guess that's another decision. I love this stuff. This is really pretty, and I haven't really used it for anything else, so I think that would be really pretty on there. I don't know. I'm thinking I might want to wait, and obviously I'm going to wait and not do the back yet to see, because I'm not sure on that. I haven't decided on that. So I want to use some more of these papers, because we have, this is all the papers we're going to use for the inside and everything. So I want to use the rest of some more of these papers, and I'll put just kind of cover the insides with them. And I'm thinking this may end up being on the back when I do the back. I think that would be a good one for the back. Yep, I like that. So I'm going to save that one aside for the back. However, it could have been this piece. But I'm probably going to put like another piece in here, which would be for cards, pocket. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. Anyway, I think I'm going to put a pocket in there, so that would cover up that. So I'm going to save that piece for the back. And maybe I do need to find a good piece for this center here. This design didn't come down. I didn't do enough of that on there, did I? To really get any of that. If I put that on there, it's going to cover up the whole thing. Guess I should have worked a little bit harder on bringing that down a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. These are going to be for our tags. I'm sorry. So we don't want to put those in there. Let's see what else we have. Oh, I like that. There's some more. There's some more of those. This is cool. This reminds me of a lot of the books I've been listening to. I think I'm going to go back and find this stencil and do a little bit more stenciling, and that way bring my stencil down a little bit here. That way it's going to show up a little bit, because if I put a piece of paper on that right now, I'm covering the whole thing up. So this way I can bring it down a little bit more onto, I may even bring it on top of these, because on the back side I did that vintage photo, but these I'm just going to bring them all the way down. I think that's going to work a lot better. To me, it's just going to show up something else on there. Okay, the same way with the top up here. I just want a little bit of this to show, because most of it's not going to show. So I'd like to have some of it to show up a little bit on here. Yep. This one, I may need to add a little bit going out on it too. There we go. I think that might, I like that better. All right, now when I put this on here, you're going to be able to see some of that background. So, is that the one we want, or do we want this? Too many choices, too many choices. That's what we do when we're crafting, is we always have a lot of choices. I should have made some decisions before I sit down here with the camera, shouldn't I? Have. Okay, I'm going to use this one over here. This one with all the maps. I like the map idea. And then I'm going to use another piece of map over here on this. So I'm just going to cut this, and this is my ruler. This one is 4 inches to where it starts folding, like that. So it's about 4 inches. So I need to cut it a little bit less than 4 inches. So I'm going to go with 3 3/4 on this. This is a lot of cutting and measuring. That's pretty much what you're doing with this little folio all the time. 3 3/4. Approximately. Where's 3 3/4? Right there. So that's what I got for that one on here. And then I want to go ahead and do a little background. This looks good. Stands out a little bit, makes it stand out a little bit. So this one would be cut at 4. And 4 is just a little bit off the my cutter here. Is at 4. And then this is, I think this is a 5 inch tall. No, it's 5 1/2. So I need to cut this at 5 3/4. I like the extra layer on that, which is upside down. But I like the extra layer on that. I think that looks good. And then you'll still be able to see some of the stenciling behind that. Bring over my paper clips. And as I get these, decide where I want them, I can probably just pin them on here like this, and then I can go back and glue them on later after we make all these other decisions. So I need something for the back here. But again, I'm gonna make a pocket here, so I don't wanna cover up all of that. I mean, there's no point in covering up all of that. But I like this one. Yeah, I think that one, I like this. I think I'm gonna go with the more brown stuff all the way across. So this one needs to be cut at 5. And what I'm thinking I'd do is, this way I'm already knowing, just going through here and deciding where I want what. So this one needs to go here, and I'm gonna go ahead with the one that we cut off here and put it over here. So this kind of all flows together like this. I think that works. Okay. So that's what all that goes across there. I'm just going to pin this in here, that way I'll know back, because I'm not going to waste all your time doing all the cutting and stuff. I'll have to do that and come back to that. So that, I'm just going to pin that there. So that decides what that is. Now, to put these in here, again, I'm going to try to find something that goes with this whole thing. And if I take this, no, that's not gonna work. I'm hoping I have enough out of this little paper pad to do this whole folio. So I think I'll just do this one, which is up here. If I do this in half, that should go in that. So that will be the whole center of this. So got all that decided. Okay, that works good. That covers the whole, all this area with that, right, those papers right there. And then again, I should have enough left out of this to put a piece right here. I just need to find something to put in these two. Something out of these papers right here. Again, I'm saving that one for the back page. So what I have left is this. So what would y'all think? Should I go with the, stay with the browns, or should I change it up and put some greens in there? If I do the greens, that way I can use all of these into the greens. Again, I don't know why I put these over here, because they're gonna make, I'm gonna make cards out of all those. So I have this one and this one. That one's upside down. Oh, I like that. I'll put that sun up there, right there, in the top of that one. And then if I have enough, I can put this down here. So that's what we've got going. I'm gonna get these all cut and maybe some of them glued down, and then I will be back and show you where we're at from there. Okay, I'm back, and I've got most of the bigger pieces decorated with the paper that we chose to use. I've got only 3 of the bigger pieces of paper left. I still have a lot of little pieces that was cut off, and I started the cutout pieces. And so I took those and started cutting them apart and backing them with our cardstock that we made the folio out of. And so that's going to take a little while, but I'm thinking this is going to be another separate video of just working in the folio with me. So I think that would be good. So here's what we've got for now. So we've got the front decorated, and then when you open it up, you have the 2 flaps that goes up and down, and I've put papers on these, and all of them I did a layer, so I layered them with the some of the paper designs from this paper pad, so I layered them with that. And so then we have these 2 pieces here, which I still could go ahead and put pockets on. I may do like a corner tuck here on this one. So there's still a lot to be done in this little folio, and there it holds a lot of goodness, a lot of fun. So these 2 I put on here like this, and then they open up. I don't know if this is all gonna get in frame or not. So they open up like this, and you have the top and the bottom open up, and this is your waterfall effect, which I haven't done anything with yet. There's a lot of stuff to do to that, except that I covered the back piece of it. And then this one here has got, I put a pocket in it, so you'll be able to do these tucks and these tags all in here. So yeah, so I'll probably do that. Now I'd like for y'all to come back and see what I'm going to be doing next to this, because I'm going to be doing another video on just working with me in the folio. I also did the back piece here. I didn't put this ribbon on there permanently, but I am going to use some of that for a tie around it. So this is really a fun project to work with, and it's just going to be so much fun to finish decorating it. I've got a lot of ideas. I've got some charms. I want to put a charm on the end of this. I've got some charms I'm going to use here in it. I've got some rub-ons from the Dollar Tree I'm going to use. Anyway, it's going to be fun to finish decorating it. So come back and we will play in it some more. Thank you for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Have a great day. Bye.